Hello, everybody. I am the CEO of iArcade, and you are watching the best show in the world, Retro Bus. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Friday, so it's time for the Retro Buzz, and we've got a humdinger of a show today. We've got some special guests, we've got a Zoom room full of people, and we've got this guy. What happened? Sorry, Neeglin, I got Glenn's lower third because we were expecting.
I know you're not professional and you can't do things right. It's all right.
Hey, listen, man. It was in Glenn's contract that he's first and you're second. That's how it is.
Well, we don't see Glenn here tonight, do we?
So, why? I thought his birthday's tomorrow.
No, his son's birthday's tomorrow. He's on Monday. But, who cares?
Oh, man. There. Does that work for you?
Angel, we need one of these for myself, Angel. This thing's pretty nice. I like that. Just get that idiot out of the box. We don't need that stupid guy in there.
And at least I have sanity with me today. We also have Mr. Douglas Smith.
I just want to point out that Neeglin tries to, portray this hard exterior, but let's bring up the fact that he was kind enough to remember both Glenn's birthday as well as Cole's birthday. So Neglin can't be all that bad.
Yes.
Well, you got to realize when I steal his information and open up credit cards, that's one of the things they want to know is their birthday. So, you got to know it.
And we
All right,
also
never mind.
have
I take it back.
we also have with us a special guest. You guys might not know who he is, but we've got Grandmaster Jay in the house from iArcade.com. He's like
Cool, yo.
spinning it up. What's going on, my man? And we also have a few guys over on the Zoom call. If you guys are watching the stream, just mute the button because we're getting a little bit of feedback coming back. You don't have to mute your mics, just mute the stream if you're watching that for some reason in replay. But let's go over to our Zoom crew. Who do we have? Let me actually move the lower third. Who do we have in there? We got Brad.
Hello.
What's going on, Brad?
Jong.
Who else do we have in the house while I get us a little bit more situated here? Go ahead. Somebody on the Zoom crew, go ahead and give yourself
come on,
Dylan
boy.
J here. Want to give a shout out to all the guys I talked to in Discord all week and all the YouTube guys from the chat. So appreciate all you guys.
Oh, yeah, we talk with you quite often throughout the week, don't we?
That's right.
All right. Who else do we have in the Zoom room?
Steven, it's great to be here with everybody. This is awesome. Been looking forward to it all
It's
month.
Hollywood.
Hollywood and his Baby Yoda
Hollywood.
shirt.
Hollywood.
Hey, there it is, Hollywood.
Polo, how was your
Great
day?
shirt. Fantastic. It's great to be here with you guys.
Who else do we
Absolutely.
have
Glad to
with us? Who else is on the call?
What's going on, everybody? Pleasure to be here, like always.
Yes. Who else? Who else is up there? I'm looking.
Calling us from his closet.
Yeah.
No, that's his good closet, though. That's the one with all the
Yeah,
good stuff in it.
That's the grand collection there.
All right, well, guys, it's great to have you guys all on here, and if you want to join, there is a link in the description of the YouTube live stream that you're watching right now, or on the advertisement that I put out earlier. And I didn't know Grandmaster Jay was going to be here. I thought we were going to have Jong, but Grandmaster Jay decided to take over today. But you guys can join. So let's get this started here. I think he's ready to answer some questions.
He's
What do
ready
you
to
got?
party. Look at that.
What do you got, guys? Who wants to start it off? Let's see if we can stump him.
I'll start. So, Jong, first I want to say big fan of your product, and I am
Oh, thank you
thrilled
so much.
for Toe Jam and Earl. Cannot wait for you to drop that and push the strawberry starburst detonator. So hopefully, we'll see.
may be
And
two
also, Jong, I am
strawberries
really,
in
really excited for the day that I know you're going to announce Streets of Rage 4. So I'm sure that's coming one day. And I cannot wait for that day. I'm sure you and the .emu guys are talking about that and Shredder's Revenge. So those are the two things I'm looking forward to most personally.
Oh, thank you so much for letting me know. Appreciate it. We'll make you happy one step at a time. How about that? And by the way, I'm sorry. I'll tell Jong that. My
Now he's getting it. Now he's getting it.
Yeah.
By the way, I was told that if you want to join this call and you want to be really cool, you have to wear a hat. And you have to wear it the right way, like how Grandmaster Jay is wearing right now.
I can absolutely back up that statement 100%. All the cool kids are doing it.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't get the memo.
No.
Apparently, Neeglen didn't get it either.
No. When you got
Hey,
hair
class-
as gorgeous as this, you ain't covered it with no hat. You break.
Anybody else? What else? Other questions? Feel free to fire them off as we get a question
Yeah.
answered. That's cool.
I'd like to say hello to Jong. I'd like to say thank you for a wonderful arcade. I love it. I mean, the attention to detail of Dragon's Lair and Space Ace to have those Laserdisc games in your home, just with a beautiful presentation. I'm just thrilled to death with my arcade. My question for Jong is on like some of the old games, is it going to be possible to ever have like some of the filters taken off of them so the games look better?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Let me first start by saying I really appreciate you. I think you're fantastic. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being an amazing
Love the
family
arcade.
member. Thank you so much. We're making this dream happen together. So, regarding your question, I would say anything is possible. But we do have a long list of things that we want to do, right? And that is definitely in the list. It's just a matter of how quickly we can chop things down and then get to it. But we'll try to get to it as soon as we can.
Thank you so much,
We are
John.
listening to you. Yeah, we're listening to you. We'll make it happen. Just a matter of time.
Thank you so much. And one of the things I want to say that's great about iArcade is I see the way you listen to the community. And I have to tell you, I have so much respect for iArcade. I mean, you guys are the leaders in listening to the community and taking constructive criticism and then making it better. It's just incredible. So iArcade.
Thank you so much. Oh, appreciate it. iArcade is not my dream. I think it probably started there, but it's not my dream. It is our dream. We're making this dream happen together, which means the things that you want to make happen, right? This is our dream. We're making this happen together. So we are one family, and one of the reasons why we want to make sure that we implement everything that you're looking for. So we're one family. We're making this dream happen together, which means we gotta implement your request.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Anything for
John.
you, my friend.
Appreciate it.
So
Happy juice time.
So we have an important question in the chat room here, and I think we need to address this. So give me a second here, and I will put it up. It's by a Jennifer Wyatt, and she wants to know where's Glenn. Glenn, do you want to take this one by chance? I'm just asking. Don't shoot
I'm sure
me.
He's hanging around somewhere.
Emphasis
You know,
on
what are you
hanging.
gonna-
That doesn't sound very
Not
promising.
ominous at all.
Nope.
Oh.
I think he might have a couple tears going down his cheek over there. But you know what? When you get as old as he does, his birthday's coming up, he's just probably crying because of that. Not because he's hanging. Not because he's tied up. I mean, just because he's over there. I'm sure he's fine.
So,
Let me ask you a
so
question.
Negan-
Did you
Yep.
kill him yet? Is he alive?
No, I can't do that yet because I'm still learning some of these systems he's got around here, and I got to know how they work first.
Mhm.
hey, Jong, there's a question in the chat room before we get to the Zoom guys here.
Mhm.
The question is from Prince Malcolm. I have it on the lower third. Jiu-Jitsu squad on your radar, Jong. Also, if we can't get Smash TV right away, Heavy Burger is brand new and just as good.
Heavy Burger is fun.
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. And I think Prince knows the answer to this already.
So he's trying to call you out, trying to get you to
Yeah.
clarify
Yes,
this. Look at this
of course
guy.
he is.
All right, back over to our Zoom room panelists. Anybody, you guys got a question? Just keep them coming. It's great. We're just gonna. I love the free flow.
Hey, Jong, how you doing today?
Hey, how are you?
Wanda.
Nice to see you, my
Great.
friend.
Great to see you too. I was gonna ask you, which modern games are you most looking forward to getting to the iArcade this year?
Oh, me? Oh, that's a fantastic question. It sort of feels like the question where I think P-Dubs is asking Doug, what's your favorite pinball machine, right?
That's an
Impossible one to answer. You can't answer it without stepping into it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just give an answer. What's my favorite modern game that? Well, I do have a lot of favorite games that we currently have on our machine. Toe Jam and Earl is one of them.
Oh, I
I'm
love
looking
Toe
for.
Jam and Earl. You're
Yeah.
in good company with that one.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love that kind of games, especially like really cartoony and
Yes.
everything that makes
Yes.
me relaxed and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to releasing that one. And it does play extremely well on iArcade. Let me tell you.
I have to say though, Sydney Hunter bringing that on, and
That was good.
Glenn, sorry,
Good
Glenn.
call, for sure.
Glenn introduced us to that. You weren't around. It's a really good game. So to see that on iArcade is, I have it for Switch, and then I have it for the SNES, the remake. Well, they made it for special
The
for the
physical
SNES.
cartridge, yeah.
Yeah, so really good game. I mean, I was really excited to
Yeah,
see
thank
those.
you. Yeah, thank you. There's a little story behind this too. This was one amazing example of how our family brings our dream together, right? This was a team effort amongst our family, and our family put a lot of effort and introductions and everything, and put it together so that we can make this happen. So that was an amazing effort. Sydney Hunter, one of the reasons why I really like it is that it sort of brings me back to the type of games that I used to play when I was young, the SNS style, and this is the Indiana Jones style games that I really love that is made in the modern days. And when I first played it, I was like, oh my God, we need to make this happen. And this is when our family jumped in and we made it together. This was a great example of how the dream is made happen together with our family, and also a great example of how these amazing modern games, I would say neutral games, become amazing arcade games.
So
I completely agree with you.
Travis wants to know. Travis Solder in the chat room. I'll be looking for Zone Blaster. Is there any ETA on that?
Is there a question for me?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. I'm just going to. I'm assuming so because I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, Zone Blaster. I don't know what it is.
Okay, that answers that question.
Oh. That was easy.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm just throwing it out there. Keep the questions coming. Anybody else on Zoom right now? I appreciate you guys giving us time to get the chat room as well.
Jong, I was wondering if you're interested in the Pie Packer Kickstarter that's being announced, and is that something you're interested in backing, and are you going to use that when it launches?
Oh, fantastic question. I just learned about the product. So I will probably have to study a little bit more to see what it is. And if it's interesting, I'll definitely back it. I mean, I also really love new technology and really cool stuff as well. So I backed a lot of stuff. And this may, if it's interesting, I'll definitely back it.
Oh, thank you, John.
Yeah, of course.
I have a question on online games for Jong.
Absolutely, my friend.
So, Jong, I know you mentioned that there are some more online games coming. I'm curious, kind of a multi-part question. Is it possible that you see games in the existing library go online with multiplayer capability, or are these just going to be new titles that you bring to the machine? And kind of where do you see the online gameplay in the future for iArcade? Like how many titles, how big are you looking to make that online part of your business?
All right, this is a fantastic question. Let me ask you a question back. Do you watch James Bond?
Of course.
Okay, then you probably understand what I'm about to say. I can tell you, but I have to kill you.
Jam Master J, we're going right for
Wow.
That could have worked for Negan as well, quite honestly.
Wow.
I'm here. I'm like right here.
Jong just dropped. That's a mic drop right there. Holy smokes.
But one thing that I gotta tell you though, it's going to be really, really, really amazing when we complete our picture. So stay tuned. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
I have a question. I have a question. When are we going to see Retromania on the iArcade? I know it's being worked on, but when are we going to see it? Glenn keeps telling me he's in this friggin' game, and I got to see this moron in this game.
Yeah, I will answer that question after you kill Glenn.
Oh, wow.
I'll be right back.
The stakes of this Q&A just escalated.
Oh, wait, I hear something.
Get over here.
That sounds like Mortal Kombat to me.
Yeah, I was thinking
Oh, man.
Did he just say finish him?
He did.
He sure did.
All right. So had a flawless victory. So where is my answer?
Getting Lucille.
I'll tell you, it's coming soon.
Sorry, Glenn. I did my part, but it'll heal. It'll heal. You'll be fine.
Walk it off. Walk it off.
That was good.
Wait, I gotta say, Jong, it's an honor to be on with you for humor like that. Like I've seen you on the show several. Oh my gosh, what is that on Brad's screen? Sorry. But I've seen you on the show several times, and I think you're just hysterical. I think
thank
you're
you.
a great representative of the brand, and you honestly, like you personally, make me want to get an iArcade. I have not yet. Maybe you can convince me tonight. Push me over the edge. Like I'm getting really close, and a lot of times when I see you on the show and I'm laughing and stuff. And it's a great product, like everyone's saying, you know. So I'm getting really
Thank
close
you.
to getting one. Is there something maybe you can tell me and maybe some other viewers who are on the fence, like, what's the best reason to get an iArcade?
I think there's a lot of reasons, but I mostly think it's all about fun. And we did this because we want to have fun, right? And we want to have a lot of fun together as a community, right? As a family. So I think that's one of the things that we're having is a lot of fun. iArcade is also a product that brings a lot of things, and I would say quote unquote innovative things that we have not seen before, right? So, for example, iArcade is an experience of, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this here or not, but if I'm not, just beat me out. But we're bringing like Dave and Buster's experience home, right? I don't know if you're a fan of Dave and Buster's, and if you like the experience, but you're able to have all the experiences of both the modern games as well as your favorite retro arcade games in one machine, and you're playing this together with everybody in the world. Just think about that, and you're having a lot of fun together and things like that. One of the I would say phenomena that we're seeing in our arcade is that it is bringing your families, friends, and community together. Because on iArcade, it's not only about the games that you like. It's also about the games that your kids like. It's all about the games that your wife likes, and your family likes, where you can play everything together. So what we're seeing, and you can see this on our home Facebook page. I see this every day. Is that Jong, my kid, put his phone down and came over to me when I was playing games on iArcade, and he said, "Dad, can I play with you?" And then he's playing with his son. All of a sudden, his wife comes and says, "Mike, can I play with you?" All of a sudden, families all around playing together, having great time, and they're building memories. iArcade is all about building memories together. It's about the togetherness where it brings the people together. That's exactly what II in iArcade means. It's meant to bring people together. And I say that if you, and we are seeing a lot of people making precious memories together with your friends and family on iArcade. Um, if you're interested in that, then iArcade may be a good choice for you.
Darn, I shouldn't have asked because now that was amazing. So now I'm gonna feel guilty if I don't buy one now. How could I not buy one after that speech? Like that was awesome. I agree with everything. So,
Get the
Let's say
retro.
Jam-
Get the Retromania one. Is that what you're gonna say,
Yeah,
Doug?
get the Retro Mania.
I was
for sure.
just gonna
That's the
say,
one I'm
Jam
jealous
Master
of.
Jay now open to taking credit card numbers. You know, the hotline is open.
Yeah, I was
He's-
showing the website. Hey, there is Jamie in the chat room there. I can't see the last name, but they basically want to know about the major announcements. Do you have any major announcements regarding new licenses or major titles in the near future? And if so, perhaps maybe you can throw a hint. I guess he's referring to outside of R-Type that you released. And I know you announced that a while back, but is there anything that you're able to put out, or is it one of those you're gonna have to kill somebody?
Outside of Glenn.
Well, Glenn's doing the killing apparently.
I like that.
Okay, this time I was told that I'm not allowed to say anything is possible, my friend, in the show today. So,
Well,
I
they were
will,
all
I will,
taking bets that you were going to say that for every answer. That's what was going on in Discord.
Yeah.
I will use another word, and this word will mean a lot. Um, Tuesday.
There you
Oh,
go.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for an iArcade today.
oh, that's good.
Good reference. Good
That's
reference.
very
I like
good.
Yeah.
Of course. Come on.
On Tuesday, you may like what we're about to say.
Oh, very cool.
I'll leave it
Excellent.
there. I'll leave it there.
Excellent.
So,
Cool.
Jong, you'll have to go
Cool.
back because it's too big of a testimonial. But Jerry Gilamente, he wrote a testimonial about the iArcade. He started out by saying, I promised 15-year-old me that someday I would own a Dragon's Lair cabinet. I could have bought one with 3 games on it or an iArcade, and then it goes on, but it doesn't fit in here. So make sure you go back and read that later on.
Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much for that. In fact, that's exactly the reason why I started iArcade. When I was young, I'm just like you. I used to go to arcade all the time, local arcade, use all my allowances and play. And I said, someday when I grow up, I'm gonna have an arcade in my house.
Wait. You've never grown up.
I
It's a
know.
trap. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I know. I'm still a kid.
Yeah.
I'm still a kid.
See?
That's why I was gonna say I couldn't make it happen yet until so that's why I had to start iArcade so that we can make this dream happen. And great thing is again this dream that I used to have when I was young. We're sharing this together with our family, and we're making this together as a family, iArcade family, and that's why this is such a big thing. That's why it means so much to me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Beck and Glenn and Doug, feel free to jump in if you guys got questions. I'm just going to throw it back over to the Zoom callers. You guys got anything that you want to continue asking him as we kind of facilitate here?
Yeah,
Well,
can
I
I say
have a
something?
question I'm going to ask. It's going to be afterwards. I'll be talking to him a little bit afterwards.
Uh-oh.
That sounded like a see me after class type of thing. That's serious.
Brad.
Why do I have a feeling that he's like right in the next room?
I don't know, but after watching what we saw in iArcade earlier on, anything's possible. I hate to say it that way, but Brad, I don't know how you're going to follow that one up.
I don't know if I can. I would just like to say, answering that question, why buy an iArcade? It's just a premium machine. I mean, you get it. Everything works on it great. The controls are great. The buttons are great. The monitor is great. You download a game, you pay for it, and within a few seconds or a few minutes, it's on your machine. I mean, this arcade that Jong has put together is next level, and it's got the power to run games like newer games. And I love it. I love the new games. I love some of the retro games, but especially the new games on it. It's just like next level.
Jong doesn't know how to even follow that up either. He's just like speechless.
High praise.
Yeah, you're gonna make me cry. No, that was beautiful. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It really means a lot to me. So keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Yeah, keep the experiences coming, right? I would have put. I was gonna say I would have put
very hard to make it better. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I would have put Brad up side by side with you because I know a lot of these guys like to take screenshots and then they use them. But it kind of looked like Brad was creeping behind you.
Oh,
so I was like, yeah, that doesn't make like a flattering picture for some of these guys. So I get it. Not everybody's a broadcaster. It's all good, guys. I just figured we were
that's the fun part.
Yeah, we'll have some fun with it.
Of course.
John, I was wondering, what's your favorite pinball game that you played?
Me?
Yeah.
Quite honestly, when I was young, I didn't play much pinball. I was more of a arcade gaming type of guy. So when I had a quarter, I put it into a arcade machine. Unfortunately, that only lasted for me like 10 seconds, right? So
Oh,
whenever I
having a
say,
James to tell
okay,
me that one.
yeah. So when I say, hey, I want this quarter to last longer, I will go to pinball table and put in a quarter and play and things like that. But yeah, yeah, I was more of an arcade gaming guy. So I don't know too much about pinball, unfortunately.
For me, it's actually just the opposite. I could play some of the old pinball games, and I could spend 50 cents and maybe win, 2 or 3 games at a time, and play for $1 for an hour on a good day. So that's
Hmm.
pretty much what I did a lot of the time.
No, you're much
Yeah.
better than me for sure.
I thought
Yeah, I
Go-
would say this too about pinball. I mean, when I was a kid, I mean, a pinball game would last a few seconds for me. But now as an adult, being able to play games on the Legends pinball, being able to play games on the computer with the Zen pinball, and once you get really into it, you find out it's not all just about luck. There's strategy, and it's a great thing that grows as you learn more. It becomes more and more fun, and the tournaments are great. That's awesome. So I think pinball is, it goes right hand in hand with arcade. As a kid, I played most of the arcade games because I'd have made that quarter last. I was going to play something I could play for a while, whether it was Galaga or Gig Dug. I wanted that quarter to last, but I love pinball now. Kicking up.
Hey, Brad.
The only pinball you need is this pinball right here. If you don't got this, you ain't playing no pinball.
Oh, I have that actually. Yeah.
Brad, I don't know if you realize it or not. This is a violent show for some reason because over your shoulder there's a stormtrooper. Did everybody see that? Like pointing a gun at your head.
I know he's.
Oh my
Look at
God.
Oh, it's gonna shoot.
Well, the good
But
thing
that's
is,
bad aim.
the good thing is stormtroopers can't hit the broadside of a barn, so
Very true.
you're in luck.
We're safe. We're safe.
Go
Let me
ahead.
say one more
That
thing
was,
about
that
pinball
was
real
my
quick,
favorite scene in The Mandalorian, where those 2 bike troopers are sitting there talking, and they're trying to shoot that little thing, and they can't shoot. It's like 2 inches in front of them. I was laughing my niggin ass off. Let me tell you what.
Oh my! Somebody.
Yeah, one thing about pinball, just one more thing quickly. When I
No,
used
go
to
ahead.
play pinball, you have the flippers, right? And you play like this. I just remember this, so I just wanted to share. And when I used to play, I used to leave my flipper like this, so that when the ball comes, it just gets
Oh.
stuck here. And
Yeah,
then
catch
I
it.
would slowly roll it back and I just pump it out.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the skill.
Yeah, it did.
Oh man,
Right?
it's very
Yeah, I used to
difficult
do
not
that
to
all
say
the time,
something
and
with that.
yeah, and I was able to spend a lot of time using one quarter. It's a little cheating, I think, but that I remember from pinball.
We had a new guy that jumped on the Zoom call. I think I saw Doug let somebody in. Who do we got with us?
It's Bill.
Hey, Bill,
Bill.
how's it going, man?
Woo!
Hey, guys.
How are you, my friend?
John, how
My
you
boy.
doing?
My man.
No, man, I'm glad you're on here, man. I talked to the team earlier. We started brainstorming your model out. So we came up with an idea of Rambo mixed with Terminator, and
Oh, love it.
we're designing the logic for your guy. We're getting them out. It's gonna look badass. It took a lot of time to actually
it.
think the concept through before we even came to you to talk about it, but it's going to be good.
All right, looking forward to my friend. I want right?
All right.
Right? Right, I want
I'm one. Thank you again for the platform. Being able to develop specifically for the iArcade is kind of a dream of mine. So for that opportunity, man, I greatly appreciate you. And then you've seen the demo videos, you've seen how Zone Blaster is looking, starting to come out on your thing. So it's almost ready to show the public. But you see what we're able to do on the iArcade hardware. I think people are going to be really surprised just how
I'm
powerful
really looking forward to it.
it's directly for.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. When I first heard about the concept, I was like, wow, this is the type of arcade game that everybody's gonna enjoy.
Oh,
And right, especially looking at the characters, right, and everything. I'm like really looking forward to this game. So Make it happen quickly. I cannot wait. When is it gonna release?
So the stuff you've seen was developed on iArcade hardware. So it shocked everybody when the stuff we were able to do. But it's coming out nice.
This game is another fantastic example, I think, of it's a family work, right? So this is our first game made by our family for our family, and
Yes.
I think this is like the most beautiful thing that I think I'll ever see. So and right, I think this will mean a lot for our family members as well. So let's make it awesome together.
I'm on it.
Let's do it. And
Hey,
back me up. I gotta be bigger than Sylvester Stallone when he was young. And by the way, one more request.
Yes.
You have to make me look handsomer than Doug.
Oh, that's a tall
Hey, wait a
task.
second. Wait a second. We got to check
That's a
the.
tall
We
task.
have to check the contracts because
Yeah,
I think somewhere, Glenn. It
Somewhere in
says.
Glenn's
Hang
contract.
on, Glenn says it in the contract that he has to be the best looking. He has to be in the middle. He has to be first. He has to come to the show last. All this. It's in his contract. It's right here. I have to
Very
keep it in
expensive
front of
writer,
me.
a list of
I will
demands.
own their ass if not.
I'm telling you, it's in the. And then Negan gets preference if he's not here.
Very true. Very true.
So is that the reason why you killed him?
Probably.
He ain't dead yet. He'll live. He'll live.
He'll
It's like
live.
Terminator 2. Terminator 2, he shot the guy in the leg. He said, hey, he'll live, all right? He ain't
I
He'll
just
walk
love
it
that.
off. Yeah, he'll
Just-
walk it off.
Just walk it off. Just shake it off.
Mhm.
Glenn or Doug, or Glenn, sorry. Do you or Doug have anything you want to add to them while these
I have a
guys?
question. I was going to ask it later, but I'm going to ask it now. There's no reason not to ask it. I just have a question as to why it's a really good machine, but why no USB ports? Like if you wanted to add another kind of controllers, like this jerkweed over here wants to add, he needs some USB. His stuff is
Yeah.
garbage without USB. So, what was the decision behind that? And is there any way to add it in the future?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. And we removed it because of piracy. We want to make sure that our device is completely piracy proof. And the reason why we made that happen is because we have a lot of friends in the game development community. And we've seen with our own eyes on how they spent a lot of effort, time, all their life to make this amazing game because they love making games, and they went out of business because of piracy. And after seeing that, I mean, we could not make anything that even remotely enables piracy on our device. So the entry point is USB. So first thing that we did is get rid of USB because we promised to our partners and our friends and things that we're gonna make sure that that happens, no matter what it takes. So that was the reason why we don't have USB. If there were no pirates in the world, we have 100 USBs on our device. But unfortunately, it's not a perfect world, so we had to get rid of it.
Well, I've always been a man of honor, and I would never pirate anything.
Of course not.
Somehow I don't believe that, but
That's where he draws the line. Piracy. He's A-okay, bludgeoning somebody with a blunt object near death. But
Yep.
Piracy, that's where Negan draws the line.
As a matter of fact, I saw someone copying the game, asking Doug for a game. I went to the guy's house, and I smashed his brains in because, hey, you don't do that.
all I can say is
It's an interesting moral code, but it works for the man.
chat room and Zoom room help. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Jong, I got one for you. I like
Yeah,
how you were
absolutely.
talking about memories before.
Yeah.
A big reason why I'm a gamer, I just love the memories and nostalgia. And you mentioned being in an arcade when you're younger. Do you have any funny stories or just memories, fond memories of an arcade experience that maybe was almost an inspiration for you doing what you're doing now, or anyone else in the panel?
Oh, fantastic question. That is a very difficult question. Do I have anything funny? Well, I sucked. I spent a lot of money when I was young, right? I mean, I'm a gamer kid where I get as soon as I get my allowance, go to arcades and put in a lot of quarter, and it would be like all my allowance would be done in like an hour or two, right? Whenever I have a lot of money, it'd be 2 hours. If not, it'd be like 30 minutes. And I used to get what's the best way to put it? Punished because I was spending too much money, and right within 2 hours, all my money was gone and things like that. So, um, and that's where I was like, oh man, when I grow up, I'm gonna make sure I have my arcade at home. And so, it's not a funny story, but it's just something in my memories, right?
Yeah.
I was one of those type of kids where I really love to play games, right? And I play a lot. And some of the games I'm really good at, but a lot of games it was very difficult to become better. If you know what I mean? Even with practice. So yeah, that was just in my memories. But even so, I was one of those kids where I just continuously went, played the same game, spent a lot of money, tried to beat it, and I was unable to beat it. But that itself is a memory of mine as well. Great thing about iArcade, I don't have to worry about money. So
Right.
I'm able to beat
Right.
all the games that I have.
Yeah, I think we could all relate to that for sure. I remember I'll never forget to this day wasting $5 at the bowling alley in The Simpsons and regretting it like for like a year afterwards. I'm like, I spent $5 on that stupid game. I was so mad. Yeah,
Well,
definitely relate.
let me expand upon Neglin. I was sitting here thinking about what you just asked. And I think there's a concept that we're all missing right now, and it just hit me when we were talking. I'm being completely serious. Some of us that have 64 gig machines, is there a way to expand the memory on it? Because let's say you're bringing all these great games out, going into the store and buying them. It would be great to maybe have a thumb drive where you buy the game and it installs it on the thumb drive to expand the memory. Is there plans for guys that have 64 gig machines that to upgrade the storage now that they've purchased it, or what's your thoughts on that, Jong?
That's a fantastic question. Especially, unfortunately, without USB port, it's not possible. Later on, do we want to come up with a what's the best way to put it, an upgrade? I, I, I'm I'm sorry, I have to say this. Um, Anything is possible in the future, my friend. I have
But
nothing else to
you
say.
see that I mean I see where the USB port could come in handy, but that was something
Yeah.
Well,
like you start wondering like I know they don't take up a lot of space, right? But you're
well, the
still
one
like
thing to remember with the store that he does have, you can install the game, uninstall it, and your
right.
game is still be purchased on the cloud, which is fine.
Yeah.
But oh, this fool over here has been crying for a while. He wants to get his stuff on there, and without the USB port, well, we'll have to figure something else out. But I wasn't thinking about piracy because what kind of person do you think I am?
That one thing that I can tell you regarding memories that we have a lot of games, right? And we practically put like everything on it and we still could not fill up our memory. And let's say later, of course, we're gonna continuously get new games, so it'll eventually fill up if you buy every single one that is in our store. Then and when that happens, you must have finished several games. What you can do is you can delete it to free up memory, and then you can always get it back later on if you want to play it again.
Okay.
For me, for example, I don't know, making this up. When I was young, I played Final Fantasy VII, finished it, and that was the last time I saw my Final Fantasy VII for a long time. Later on, a few years later, I wanted to play it again, and then I popped it in again and played. So let's say I'm just making this up. Let's say we have Final Fantasy VII on iArcade. We played it, finished it, and this usually RPGs take up a lot of memory. You can delete it, and later on, if you want to play it again, just download and play again. So that is our
I know
model.
Michael B. I know Michael B. The Game Genie, and Glenn wants ease, so they're waiting for that one to drop.
It's a good one.
Ease is awesome.
Yes,
I
it
played it.
is.
I played it. I'm sorry to say, I played it. It's an amazing game. This is one of my not only favorite games, but this is also my childhood game as well. I played both of them, one and two. It's amazing, and it's coming soon. Stay tuned.
Nice.
And so we
It's a
had
great game. If you guys ain't played it, man, It's a great game.
We'll get back to the Zoom callers here in a second. Doug, if you've got a question, but there's somebody texted me, and Jay wants to know. He wants to know, will Jong add free games down the road that possibly have ads in it to circumvent the cost, or will all the content just be paid a la carte, kind of like the way it is now?
So kind of how mobile games are
I
divvying
guess.
out, where
I
you
guess
get a free
that's what.
experience,
Yeah.
but you gotta watch a 15-second video.
I guess maybe
or
even
a
for
pop-up or something
demo.
like that.
Maybe for demo before you buy it, you play it with ads, and then
That might be good too. A demo.
just to see how the game is, because
right now we do have that demo system where you play it. If you don't like it in 30 minutes, you can also refund. That is our way of doing the demo.
Okay.
But this is an arcade experience, right? I mean, how many arcade do you have advertisements coming out and things like that and disrupt your experience?
Right.
From our perspective, the most important thing ever is your gaming play experience. We want to make that awesome. And if there's anything that's just distracting from it, we're not going to do. So,
good.
Yeah.
That personally makes me happy to hear, because I don't want to watch an ad to play a video game.
No, I don't. I personally don't want it either.
Enough with ads throughout life and just the course of a day. I don't want to have to do it when I'm trying to relax and play a game.
Think about every single level you finish, you have to see an ad before going to the next level just to play for free, right?
No
thanks. That?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why, like, even on my website, I have the video embedded for the show. I do not put any ads overlaid. So I'm telling people, like, if you don't want the ads on YouTube that I can't control, go over and watch it on the website, because that very thing. But I mean, it's a viable question that some folks have. So it's not a bad thing.
I completely agree. I mean, if there's anything that's going to help enhance the experience of game playing on iArcade, and if I'm just saying big IF, if an advertisement helps you to enhance that experience, they will consider it. But if it's distracting it, then no. So
I think that's a smart move. Jay, do you have a question over there on Zoom? I see you potted up there.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. Sorry.
No, I didn't have a question. No, I'm still stuck on the Terminator Rambo game. I'm so excited about that. I can't believe that was happening. So it's
that's an awesome game.
I was thinking about something though. While I have the floor here, I was thinking about just different things. We were talking about the arcades before and our experiences. I don't know if this is possible, but boy, this would be something if there's some way to create a actual working coin slot that could somehow hook up some way. I mean, I know that might be difficult, but as an optional attachment for those who want to attach it. For me, that would be amazing. I mean, it might be a pain for some people, but just having that old feeling, just throwing the quarter in there and maybe, giving you some credits in the games would be amazing. Some kind of maybe future iArcade upgrade someday, or maybe you can add it now. I don't know. Just a quick thought.
Yeah, if we're able to implement a feature where every time you put in a quarter, it gets transferred to our bank, then we'll think about it.
Hey, you might have to get.
Seriously though.
AJ, just having an arcade experience I've had, and kind of a question for you at the end as well. When I was a kid about 20 years ago, I remember going to Las Vegas with my mom, and we stayed in Circus. The top floor of the hotel has a huge arcade room, and this was the time that Gauntlet 2 came out. It was a big deal, and so they had a large screen. I don't know if it was a TV, but it was a very large screen and with a 4-player control deck. And I remember spending the whole afternoon playing Gauntlet 2 in the arcade, and it's probably the greatest arcade non-pinball experience I've had. So I'm wondering, JJ, what is your favorite version of Gauntlet that's come out?
That's a question for me, right?
Yes.
I always like the original. So when I watch movies, I always focus more on the original. And games also, I usually tend to always, I don't know why, but the original is just original, right? So, and games like Gauntlet and others, there's something about the original game that I always go back to. Of course, when new ones come out, I will play those when I see them because it's cool. But when there's an original, after playing the new ones, I'll always go back to original. So Gauntlet, the original one, where they say, right, the
Elf
wizard.
needs food badly.
When they're speaking, I forget the exact words, but when I first heard that digitized voice in right, and when I was young, right, that thing was like really really cool. That was actually one of the reasons why I played Gauntlet in the first place, and that cool experience came from the original. So I would say the original Gauntlet is in my memories.
Hey, Brad, you had your hand up. What was that? What was your
Oh,
question? I'm sorry.
that's okay. I just wanted to say that I really like the way that you just buy the games that you want. I mean, how often do you have to buy like a pack with like 4 games that you care nothing about to get that one game that you want? And I would like to say thank you, Jong, for finally letting me just buy the game I want, not getting a bunch of junk, not getting a bunch of garbage, just getting the game I want. And then my arcade, when I go to play it, it's filled with all the games that I want. It's not filled with a bunch of junk, a bunch of fillers. I don't have, old Atari, I don't have games that I don't want to play sitting on my machine. And I think that's one of the great things about iArcade. I don't want packs. I love that. And I would like to say thank you. Finally, someone just let us pick the game we want without having to buy a bunch of things we don't want.
You know the
That's
reason
it.
why we
End of
did it
rant.
that way?
End of rant.
You know the reason why we did it that way? Because I completely agree with you. I feel the same way.
I hope somebody
Um,
somebody clips that and puts it out on social media. That'll be a good rant. Neaglin, he's got you beat on the rant. He just
Well, Kathleen Kennedy's done, so it's all right.
Always got to get in there once.
at least once an episode. No, I think that is good. You don't want all those extra games, or you buy the pack of something that you already have, right? You buy how many times we've talked about this on Passions. How many times are you gonna buy Super Mario Brothers? How many times are you gonna buy Pac-Man? It's like enough. you know. Doug, you got anything for him?
Yeah, I was going to ask John. I know John is an avid gamer and collector himself, and I was just curious what he's playing outside of the iArcade. What are you playing lately?
several games.
Several games?
First of all, and uh, don't get wrong ideas.
Oh, we will.
I am playing Streets of Rage 4.
Nice.
It is an amazing game. I love that game. I really,
Mhm.
really love that game. So that's one game that I'm playing right now. The second one that I'm playing is the new Paper Mario. No, it's not new,
Oh,
but
hmm
that came out
yeah,
on Switch.
newish.
Yeah, I'm playing
Origami
that.
King. Mhm.
Yeah, Origami King. That's a fantastic game. And recently, you guys made me buy Super Mario 3D World, I think it was, right? The
Mhm.
one that has the three games, three Mario. I
Yep.
bought that. I'm playing Sunshine all over again.
Yes.
So yeah. And by the way, I bought it because of you.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about it when it first came out. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are making it so tempting. Should I buy? Should I buy? Should I buy? Okay, fine. Here we go.
Yeah.
Click.
You made the right
Doug
call
makes
because
people spend
it's
money.
three great games. Yeah.
It is. I completely agree.
At least yours is
Doug
in a
makes people
package like
spend
this
money.
guy.
Hmm.
At least you
Well,
took
no,
it.
that guy over
Oh
there.
yeah. Okay.
The guy
Okay.
bleeding off screen. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He's all right. He'll be fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. By the way, the other thing, going back to Brad's comment for a second, the other thing that just want to point out is that there are two things that sort of really, from a gamer perspective, I wasn't too happy with, right? One of them is like when you're talking about like, for example, like bundling, when you get a product, you came with 5 things and 4 of them you don't like. So
Yeah.
that
Bunch of
we went
fluff.
off. Yeah. The other thing is when I buy this guy,
Mhm.
right? It comes with a lot of applications that I do not like. Unfortunately, they're not deletable. So we
Oh,
said,
you can. You just got to
yeah,
root that bad boy. You can take
I
him out.
know, I know, I know. I used to make cell phones, my previous life. So yeah, I totally hear you. At the same time, there's just too many of them, right? And it's taking my memories. I don't want to see them in my menu.
Mhm.
I want to get rid of it. So I know I was like, okay, if I feel like this, everyone else will as well. So that's one of the reasons why we made our preloaded games removable also. And if you want to make it, if you want it back later on, you can always re-download.
Good
So
call.
yeah,
Good call.
yeah, thank you. Brett's awesome comment just reminded me of that. So just wanted to let you know.
Real quick, there's a question or a comment, I should say, in the chat room. Jong should focus on games like Gauntlet Legends, Dark Legacy, and that the era of games where the competition struggles due to lack of power. And that's from Jamie Locken, I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah, thank you so much for the comment. I first of all, so if I talk to, let's say, 10 people, right? Every single person has different things to say. So for example, if first person says, you have to make your device red. Second person will always say, never make it red, make it purple, right? So, right. So, so I mean, we are listening to everybody and we agree with everybody. It's just that making everything happen, right? If we want to make everything happen, we probably need like million people in our company. And
No.
yeah,
Just run it past Steven, Doug, and myself, John. We'll take care of it. Let's
there
go.
you go. There you go. With that pad, right?
Oh,
in your
boy.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but many things I completely agree with you. So, for example, the era of retro arcade gaming where the competition was there, the graphics was there, and these arcade games that required power to execute and play extremely well. I think iArcade is one of those rare devices that have the power to be able to bring these games to you with the experience that you expect. And so one of the things that we want to do is we want to make iArcade a product and that will be able to execute things that you have never been able to play anywhere else before and bring new experiences, right? So that specific area may be one of our fortes that we want to bring to you so that you will enjoy Eric and things like that. So, and we have actually been doing that, right? So if you look at many of our games, a lot of games we have are from the 90s, the 2000s, where the graphic power was too strong for many of the other products to run, unless you have like high-end PCs and things, right? So those areas we specifically want to focus. I mean, other games, right? Simple games. I mean, we will also look into those too, but quite honestly, you can play those everywhere, right? If you're talking about, I don't know, I'm just making this up, like Pac-Man. You can play Pac-Man anywhere, right?
Yeah, you
Right.
can play it on your phone. You can play it
Yeah.
on 1,000 different devices. Absolutely.
Yeah. But if you're talking about games where you cannot play anywhere, but you can have this awesome arcade experience only on iArcade, then why don't we bring the differentiated experience that you cannot have anywhere else?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really quick before we have to wrap up here, any last questions? Like, we're at the top of the hour here. Anything else or any comments that you want to give Jong before? This is your show. What do you guys want to say? I'm trying to, Jong, if any questions that we didn't get to, I've been potting them up on the lower third. If you go back and watch it, you can see some comments that I highlighted. Guys, if you're in the chat room and I didn't say your question, I've been putting it up so Jong can see it later. And he can go back and answer it. Brad? Anybody?
Oh, I would like to say thank you to Steven for letting us come on and invade your show. Thank you so much for letting the community come on. That's all I got to say. That's it. I'm done.
We love having you. We love having you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rumble
Our
Mike,
pleasure.
Steven, you rock, dude. You rock.
Yeah.
Steven Haywood is the man. If you don't know,
We just break
you're
stuff. Literally break stuff right before the show starts. You guys missed all that, but appreciate the kind words.
That's why Lucille's here. She breaks stuff.
I said to Jong right before we got on, and I said, didn't I, Doug? I said everything's gonna be good until Glenn gets on here, and then something's gonna break.
Sure enough.
And Doug goes,
Sure enough.
probably. I said, right now everything's good, and he goes,
Murphy's Law.
I messaged you. I'm in the room. I'm waiting.
I was over there fixing Zoom, and you broke it.
Waiting to break stuff.
It's fun. It's fun breaking stuff.
Hey, listen, it's okay. We were only 2 minutes late. Everybody's cool. Anybody else? Hollywood or
Steven,
who else is in there?
I wanted to thank Meatball Saucy helped me get Pinball Emporium on my computer working.
Yes, yes.
It's really awesome, and just in general, if you guys don't know, he's one of the best master modders of his ALP pinball. Check out his photos.
It's
and
also delicious.
Please
I love Meatball.
subscribe to Meatball Saucy on YouTube. And thank you, Steven, for this great platform.
Yes, make sure you check out Meatball Saucy. He's always in the Discord trying to help people get their
He's a very good guy.
pinball up and going. And it's the legit stuff.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. But yeah, Meatball Saucy's good too. He's a good guy.
Sorry, Meatball Saucy. We can't control him today. It's just
there's no containing Neeglin.
It is what it is. JJ, anything left that you want to say to Jong or?
Yeah, well, Steven, again, thanks for having me on the show. I absolutely love being here. Might be my last show because every time I come on, I want to spend more money. Now I'm plugging to buy an arcade. So
no, that's Doug. That's just the Doug effect. That's what we've.
That's Doug right over there.
We've deemed it the Doug effect. Just get used to it.
Just trying to stimulate the economy.
Usually the three of you guys, I'm spending money. And now I got Jong. Now I got four of you. I'm gonna go broke coming on the show. But But Jong, you're an awesome dude. Like, you're such a good representative, like I said before, your company. And I just absolutely, seriously loved everything you said about family, about memories. And I've heard so many good things about the arcade being just a real solid piece with great speakers. And I know Brad was going off about how great it is. So I'm really thinking about getting one. And I don't know, looking forward to seeing you on the show in the future, and looking forward to more iArcade stuff. Especially the
thank you so much.
Rambo Terminator game too. Yes, that sounds awesome.
Rambinator.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you, my friend.
I think somebody just needs to make a game for the iArcade with Neeglin going in and just bashing like aliens or like zombies or something. Sweet. I think that would be fun.
There you go. Now we're talking.
One last question from the chat room because they're highlighting me on this. Ask him about a console version if there's any plans. I think I know the answer to that.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
But iArcade did it with the handheld, and then they went to a console. What's your thoughts on it?
That's a fantastic question. I would say only if it makes sense.
That's a fair answer.
Something that I said before. iArcade
Would you rather make money? I mean, maybe it can make sense, but I think you'd want to make money.
I actually am the other way. So my belief is, if we try, like, if iArcade is a company that is made to make money, it will always fail. If iArcade is a company that is made to bring completely brand new experiences and innovations, and we don't care about the money follows what we do. So our goal is not to make money. Our goal is to bring you the best new innovative experiences that you'll ever have. And if we were to make another device, for example, if it makes sense and it brings a completely new experience that you haven't seen before, we'll do it. If we're not able to do that, and what we're going to make is just another product, then it does not interest us in any way.
Well, it makes sense to me. I mean, like I said, he was highlighting on YouTube, and I missed it somewhere to put the lower third up there, but I wanted to try.
But I got to say, I do think it's kind of a good idea. If you don't have the room for the arcade, but you like the family of the products experience, you have HDMI out on the device anyway. You build it into a control like a Pandora's box. You slap it on your screen or your projector, and you play it. Again, it's just an idea. You can toss around a little bit,
Yeah, one of the things that we do here at iArcade is we listen. So we listen to you. And if you say you guys want it, then we seriously consider it.
Well, and that's awesome. I mean, that's what we're essentially trying to do here with the once a month community show. We're trying to talk to the community. They wanted to talk to you. These guys, they put it in the chat room, those that are not scared and get up on video and audio, but they wanted to have the opportunity where it's not Doug, me, and Glenn asking questions as much as them being able to, and we've been trying to do that with other people, get them on, because that's what it's about. I mean, it's about that coming together as the community and working through that.
Yeah.
So
I completely
John
agree.
gets it. John gets
He
it.
does
That's
get
the
it.
beauty
Yeah,
of
true.
it. He gets it.
Thank you, appreciate it. Again, if you guys want a console version that is lower priced and has iArcade experience and things like that, we are listening to you. Or if you're looking for anything else, we are listening to you. So all you have to do is just let us know. We are a family, and we are making. Very serious about this. We are making this dream happen together. So if you believe that, right, you have this idea or you want to let us know, please do so. We're listening to you.
yeah, doesn't hurt.
I have one quick thing I want to bring up because I know Mr. Doug already did it, but I want the real thing. Can we order from you at some point the artwork? Like,
Oh,
I
that's a
would
good
love to have
question.
the artwork, for my machine. I want to buy it from you, the iArcade version of Retromania. I want to put that on my machine. Will you offer something like that for us to purchase?
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. Unfortunately, so if you look at our devices, we don't actually charge for the artwork, right? So it's not built into our price model. So we're essentially including that in the device for free, right? And our partners are also doing the same thing as well. And if you look at it from the other side, it's another reason why we are not selling the artworks separately because we never meant to charge for it. And unfortunately, though, our artwork, the material where we're putting the artwork on to is extremely expensive, and it's very premium, which means obviously we cannot give it away for free either.
Right.
But at the same time, we cannot really charge for it. So that's one of the reasons why we're not making it available outside. But great thing is now there are a lot of third party who is able to do that for you. So, and I also don't want to invade their territory too. I want
That makes
everybody to
sense.
play together and create an ecosystem.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Joe Samos, I'll be calling you later. All right.
And hopefully, like I mentioned earlier, got some remote broadcasts coming up. There's actually going to be a Toy Hio, and there's going to be another toy marketplace that you guys all know Michael Mann, Stevie Richards. He's been on the show. Him and Hollywood Nova are going to be like 20 minutes from mine at Michael. Michael was on the show here from Wildcard Video Games. They're coming up to do an autograph signing, and I'll be streaming it live from there. And there's rumors that a certain gentleman, Grandmaster Jay, might be making an appearance as well up there, and or at Toy Ohio, where there's going to be 4 other wrestlers like Hornswoggle, Chris Cardino, and a bunch of other Zack Ryder, however you guys know him as, going to be up there. We're going to stream that live as well. But the iArcade Retromania arcade is going to be there, so Michael's hoping to get that signed all up, and so that'll be an interesting stream. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. We're going to be live there on location. It'll be one of my first on location with that many cameras in that type of an event, so it'll be a lot of fun. Interviews with the wrestlers, so you guys want to pay attention to that coming up. I don't do a lot of that stuff. I kind of go around the corner here, but I did want to make mention of that, and we'll let you know the dates when that stuff's all happening. But it should be a lot of fun. What about this guy here? Since he doesn't self-promote, we're going to make him self-promote today. Anything?
I have a video going live, I think, in an hour. So you can watch that.
What's it about?
Or you can not.
What's it about?
Stuff and things.
Making you spend your money.
No, honestly, technically, I'm legally not allowed to tell you what it's about until it premieres.
Okay. So in other words, JJ, he's going to cost us more money. That's what he's trying to tell us here. We're toast. This guy, do you know anything that Glenn has planned coming up?
Oh, okay. I might have broke his leg, so he can't come over here. But I do know on Sunday he's doing a special birthday live stream. His birthday is, some days around here. But he's going to do some iArcade gameplay, some R-Type and some other games on the iArcade this Sunday. I don't know the time. He's crying over there a little bit, little baby. But I'm sure he'll be fine for Sunday. Just keep an eye out for it. I'm sure the video will be on there at some point.
And Mr. Jong, any final words? They can go to iArcade.com to pick up the premium experience if they want to get into the ecosystem. JJ, it's calling out to you right here.
Yeah.
Just take a look at it.
Thank you so much. One of the things that we want to make happen is to continuously bring you brand new experiences. And there are a lot of things that we're working on in the background I keep on saying this, but I'm very confident that 2021, our family members will be very, very happy. So we're working very hard to make it happen, and we are making this dream happen together as a family. And when I say we're making this dream happen together as a family, we really are. And as a family, we're having a lot of fun together. If you go to our Facebook page and all, we're talking about games. We're playing games together. We have tournaments and leagues, and our family members are also helping us to get certain games and things like that as well. So there's a lot of great family activities happening. We want to play together with you. So let's make it happen. I really appreciate everybody. Really appreciate you, and also most importantly, I love this show, and whenever I'm here, I'm having a lot of fun. So thank you so much for having me.
Even before that plug, I was going to say that John is very, very honest. You know, when he speaks, he's really speaking from his heart. He threw that plug in there. It makes it, I think, a little less effective now. But John is very truthful in what he says. He really does mean it when he says he sees you all as his family. He really does believe it. But I still appreciate the plug.
No, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And by the way, I really wish Glenn is alive.
He's okay. Really don't worry about him. He's just a Mary. He's fine.
You ever see those people driving down the road at Halloween time with body parts hanging out the back of the car? That'll be Neeglin later with Glenn hanging out the back of the car. Yeah. That's what's going to happen.
The difference is I keep it real, if you know what I'm saying, with those body parts.
Make sure you guys stay tuned for Tuesday. For Jong, you heard him. He's going to have an announcement, so you guys make sure you want to tune in for that. And he's going live all the time. Check out iArcade if you haven't. Check out the videos. We've all done some different reviews. Go look at them and make the decision like JJ's going to do after the show, and he's going to buy. He might even buy 2 of them. We don't know. I mean, anything. Listen, anything's possible.
Yeah, you need an iArcade, a Retromania, and Dragon's Lair, man. You need one of each.
It could be anything. So, guys, until then, we'll see you next week here for the Retro Buzz. Keep it buzzing.